give you a quick rundown of exactly what you would receive in the Adventure Travel Planning Toolkit and exactly how to utilize those tools. So when you get access to your Google Sheet, it'll show up with a cover image like this, which just talks about the basics of navigating your interactive tools, because Google Sheets might be a little foreign to you, but I promise that it's really easy to use. The next tab is your itinerary sheet, and this is exactly how I plan out all of my road trips and adventures that are longer than your typical weekend. Now, I will say this much: if your trip is longer than 2 weeks and you need to extend this, what I'm going to have you do is select cells 9 through 16, then you will hit the edit button, you will hit insert rows, and it'll insert that same amount of rows, and then you will paste in cell 17 what you had just copied, and that won't mess up the total mileage portion, which takes all of the numbers in this column and adds them together so that you know about how far you will be traveling on your trip. The next tab shows an example of what one of these itineraries might look like. This is actually from our trip this past April for spring break, and it includes where we went, our campgrounds, our mileage, our hikes, and links to all of those things, which is how I recommend you set your itinerary up as well. In the next tab, we have a variety of packing lists, including the visually appealing sheet that you will have access to and can print out if you are a check it off in real pen and paper time, but there's also a list here where you can check and uncheck over and over and over again so that you can use the packing lists for a lifetime. And the final piece, which I love, is the budget calculator. And it is similar to the itinerary sheet in that it will add up the cost of each category. So everything you have for transportation, rental car, gas, will add and have a total at the bottom. Your accommodations, same idea, activities, food, and then miscellaneous. And then it will show up in your trip budget and actual cost. So your trip budget is kind of like a roundabout in what you think you are looking to spend, or maybe the max of what you can spend. And then you can put the costs in here. Now, some of those costs might have to be real time, such as food or miscellaneous things like souvenirs, but a lot of the time you will have a good idea of what your activities, accommodations, and transportation will cost ahead of time, which will give you a really good idea of your base spending so that you know if a trip is within reach. So the Adventure Toolkit includes all of these items, all done for you. You get your own copy that you can reuse over and over and over again. And then purchasing the ebook also comes with a 30-minute call with me, and that call can be to help plan specific aspects of a trip. Maybe it's somewhere you know I've been and you want to pick my brain, or you're kind of just looking for advice, or maybe it's just help figuring this out because you have a trip in your mind and now you want to put it on paper and you're not super familiar with Google Sheets. But by purchasing the Adventure Planning Toolkit ebook, you not only get 30 plus pages of great information to help you plan, and it has its own little checklist in there to make sure you don't leave anything out, but you receive this interactive Google Sheet as well as a 30-minute planning call with me to help you plan your next big adventure.